Welcome to Bobby's Kitchen. Today we are going to make Yaki Mandu, also known as Korean fried pies. My dog is in here. It's a pretty simple recipe. It calls for 1 pound of hamburger, and this is way more than 1 pound, but I've got more recipes to use the hamburger for. Can of refrigerated biscuits. I got the Texas style. Can of mixed vegetables. These will be drained. Package of enchilada mix. 1 cup of cooked rice. And a bottle of wine. Well, actually, the wine is for me. Cheers. And we will be deep frying these. So I have my deep fryer here and a scoop to get it out with, and some cooking oil. I have recycled this once. If I use this for fish or anything like that, I won't use it again. But this was used for some chicken, and I did strain it and filter it, so I'm going to go ahead and use this again. So let's get started. The first thing that we are going to do is we're going to brown our pound of hamburger and drain it. So let's get started. So I'm just going to go ahead and brown this, and then whenever I get this browned, we'll be back. Okay, we got our hamburger browned and drained. So now what I want to do is add my vegetables. And my enchilada mix. This and stuff is also a cup of rice that's been cooked. And I'm just going to let it down and on low and let it cook for just a few minutes. I'm going to add just a little bit of water to this, probably about 1/4 of a cup. Like I said, I'm just going to let this sit for about 10 or 15 minutes and simmer, and I'll be back. Okay, our meat mixture is done, so I've turned off the heat to that. And you want this fairly dry, because we're going to have to make biscuits into the little pies or whatever, so we can deep fry them. So let's get started on our pies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open this can. And take one of these out. And what I want to do is, this is a piece of parchment paper. You can just do it by hand if you want to. I'm going to fold that over. Basically, I'm going to get that rolling pin. This is roughly the size you want it. It's probably about, I'd say 4 inches across, maybe 5. So now I'm going to get some of my meat mixture. Kind of put it on half of this. And I've also started my oil, so my oil will be hot. I'm going to go ahead and make all these up. So what I'm wanting to do is not have the rolling pin in my way. Stretch this biscuit over the top of these. And I may have put just a little too much in there. I think I have. Stretch this over the top and then pinch it to seal it. So that's about what it looks like when you get done. So I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of these or whatever, and then I will be back when it's time to deep fry these. Okay, we've got all our pies made. So I just went along each one of these and pinched them again just to make sure that they were good and sealed. So go ahead and very carefully drop this into the oil. And I'll move you closer so you can see. And I'll let that cook for a couple of minutes and then I'll flip it over, and I've got a rack here with paper towels underneath it ready to drain them on, and I also set the oven to 225 to keep them warm. So let's see what these look like when they come out. Still drinking my wine. And this does make quite a bit, so I've got quite a bit left over, and that was 10 biscuits in that can. So I'll probably just shrink wrap that and freeze it, and then I can just make this real quick some night if I want to. I'll probably go ahead and sprinkle a little salt on these when they come out. On to number 2. And I'll show you these when they're all done. Okay. These float before they're done, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm just putting them in there. So like I said, they'll float up to the top almost immediately. So I'm just waiting until they're good and golden brown on one side, and then I'm flipping them over to the other side. Like I said, as soon as they come out or whatever, then I salt them and then put them on the rack in the oven. So I would not use floating as an indication that they are done, because they won't be. But with it being biscuits like that, they get a nice golden brown. And then I turn it over. Now let's go ahead and film this so you can see what it looks like when they're completely fried. Now I've got this oil set to $3.75. You can see there, it's a nice golden brown color. And I just cook them till they get that color on both sides, and then I'll take them out and salt them. I suppose if you wanted to, you could probably spray these with cooking spray and then actually bake them in the oven rather than fry them if you wanted to. Generally, I do not fry much of anything. Since I've bought this deep fryer probably 5 years ago, I've probably used it a total of 3 times. So we don't eat a lot of fried foods, but these did call to be deep fried, so generally, first or second time I do a recipe, I generally try to follow it. And here we go, there's the last one. And we'll go ahead and salt it and put it in the oven, and I will take a picture of this for the video, and then I will let this oil cool down, and then we'll put it back into the jar after it's cooled. There. So, anyway, thanks for watching my video.